The Inclusion and Professional Support Program, IPSP, is funded by the Australian Government. The program works with education and care services. It provides these services with professional development, inclusion support, advice, and access to additional resources and support. Why? To increase the knowledge and skills of educators and the capacity of services. It aims to ensure that all children can access inclusive, high-quality education and care. This animation tells you about one part of the IPSP, Inclusion Support Agencies. There are inclusion support agencies in 67 regions across Australia. Inclusion support agencies, ISAs, are responsible for providing practical support to education and care services, so they can provide a quality, inclusive environment for children with additional needs. This helps to remove barriers to participation in education and care. ISAs ensure services can offer high-quality care that is free from discrimination, segregation, and prejudice. It ensures education and care services are welcoming, accessible, supportive, and have engaging environments that are responsive to all children and their families. ISAs are all about making sure education and care is inclusive. They employ inclusion support facilitators who support services to link with relevant community groups, services, and organisations, work in partnership with families and local support networks, implement policies and practices that facilitate inclusion of children with additional needs in childcare and early learning settings, identify their professional development needs to better support inclusion, and engage in ongoing reflection and improvement to encourage inclusive practices. ISAs are also responsible for assisting services to access the Bicultural Support Program and the Specialist Equipment Pool through the Professional Support Coordinator, and the Inclusion Support Subsidy through the National Inclusion Support Subsidy Provider. They also administer flexible support funding. The Inclusion Support Subsidy contributes to the cost of employing an additional carer or educator at a service. This enables services to include children with ongoing high support needs, such as children with a diagnosed disability and those being assessed for a disability, and children from refugee or humanitarian backgrounds. Every inclusion support agency will work with the unique needs of their region's services to deliver inclusion support in the most effective manner. Want to find out more about ISAs? Contact the ISA in your region. ISAs, assisting educators to include children with additional needs into education and care services.